In today's video, Dog Squad, we are going to be previewing Week 1 of the Dallas Cowboys versus Cleveland Browns football game. Today is a couple hours before the game starts, and I didn't get a chance to make the preview video yesterday or this weekend because I was going to Arkansas-Oklahoma State game, so I got home late. We'll be making the video today. But as we kick off today's episode, thank you so much for all the support on the series or on any of the NFL videos I've done. We're close to 1K, so let's try to get there soon. Now, without further ado, let's get right on this video. Alright, here we go, Dog Squad. We got Cowboys at Browns Week 1. Here we go. That's the cover. 2024 game preview. So the Cowboys, both Browns, both 0-0, of course, Week 1. Cleveland is favored by 2.5 points to win over under 41.5. So you want to make bets or something? I don't know. I can't make bets, of course. I'm not old enough. But you will let me know predictions, and I'll show them in a second. Leave it down in the comment section below. Win and wear Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Huntington Banks Field in Cleveland, Ohio. That'll be on Fox today, by the way. So that is when and where. Predict the score for me in the comment section below. I do have the Browns winning. I do think Dallas, I don't know, will be as ready for a Week 1 game against probably a good team like the Browns. So I can't really say that the Cowboys win. I will hope, prove me wrong. I really hope they do win today. I hope they're able to contain Myles Garrett. I hope they're able to stop the offense with Deshaun Watson. Watson isn't that good, but I hope they can at least protect Amari Cooper, his game back against Dallas Cowboys. And they will, play against David Njoku. All that, hold that offense and maybe not let that get sacked all the time. Execute no turnovers, and we'll get all to that in just a second. So I do have the Browns winning 28-24. Let me know in the comment section below what your prediction is. All right, key players groups to watch for today. Of course, Dak Prescott, of course, getting that contract extension today before NFL kicked off. So I need him to perform well, at least so that he can get all that money. CeeDee Lamb, his first game back. Well, of course, he wasn't practicing much because of that holdout, the extension, or for the contract extension. He got that. So now he's going to at least be here for Week 1, and hopefully he has a great game. We got to see what he can do. Two of them had great stats last week. Sadly, didn't show up in the postseason as we thought they would, but they did have a great regular season at least. Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe, a rookie lineman. We need to make sure that front for the Browns, especially Myles Garrett against Tyler Guyton, that's going to be a key to win the game. We got to watch out for them. We got to hope they can play well today. Rushing game, we didn't have that much. We have Dalvin Cook and Zeke. I think Zeke's actually going to start now. Rico Dowdle will go in there. We didn't have the best running game. Of course, we know that last year. That also hurt us come playoff time, so we need to see what that's going to do against the Browns front, against the Browns defense. That's top in the league. And, of course, that run defense also, we had trouble with that last year. That hurt us come postseason. They have Jerome Ford, which will go into they don't have Nick Chubb because he's hurt, but Jerome Ford's not that bad of a running back. He's actually he's actually a good running back, I would say. Probably a good backup, maybe a starter, but he is definitely, that run defense has definitely got to show up today. We saw that in preseason, but that was with backups against backups. So, all right, what to do to win? We got to hold Myles Garrett, of course. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year last year. That is a big guy to handle. He's had a great career in football, a great college career at Texas A&M. So we got to make sure we can hold him accountable today with our rookies. So that's going to be big for us to win today. That is another big reason because we don't want Dak getting sacked or pressured a lot of the time, and maybe could fumble or throw an interception if pressure like that happens. We also need to see 2023 Dak and CeeDee. We need to see that duo go off today. We need to make sure that Dak can beat the narrative playing against good defenses, which he has, but this is one of the best you can do, and they hadn't gotten worse or anything, so they need to make sure that they definitely that they can do that. Dak needs to make sure he stays calm today. It's Week 1. You're going to have issues. We all know that. We may have some drop balls from Dak and CeeDee, maybe miscommunications. I can see a pick. That's definitely going to happen. We need a good game from both of them. We need to be able to go up against that tough defense and win today. against the Cleveland Browns. No penalty, boys. We don't want the mistakes. Yes, it's week 1. Like I said, we're going to have those situations, but we don't need that to be affecting the game. Like if we're trying to win and that we know we score something and that affects us from winning, that's going to be the main problem, and we've seen that in the situations where the most highest penalized team in the league is near us. We're next to the Cleveland Browns, and they might exactly do the same thing today. Run game is efficient. We have to have a run game going into this game, especially with the rushing defense as well. The run is not good. Anything to do with run hasn't been good lately for the Dallas Cowboys. We have to do better at that. We have to be able to run the ball. We can't just sit and pass all day because that's what hurts us, and they'll eventually know our plays. We have to be able to run the ball well. So hopefully we can get maybe Zeke in some short distance situations, maybe to get in the end zone or maybe get some first downs. Use Rico Dowdle a lot more, and also if we need to use Dalvin Cook. I'm not sure if he's from the practice squad or not, if he's back from there or not, so we'll see. Pressure gets to Watson. Look, Deshaun Watson is not that good of a QB as he used to be, and he does not do well under pressure, as I checked on some sources. Deshaun Watson, if we can get to him with Micah Parsons, Tank Lawrence, someone from the Cowboys on our front, maybe Mozzie Smith. We saw him in the preseason not do too bad, so maybe we can get to we can get some sacks on Watson. He can maybe throw some picks. We can get Trayvon Diggs. Now, I don't know if Carlson how he's going to do because he's taking over the rookie. He's going to take over for Deron Blaney since he's out. So we'll see today what goes on with that. All right, question from the Dog Squad. How are Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe do on the starting line? How will they do as a rookie? Will they be able to protect the Browns defense that is top, and hold Dak, or will that suffer and that will we be here after the game like, well, what would I say if we're going in the game? What I say about them getting to Dak? What I say that would be pressuring, and that didn't well. We lost the game. We don't want that. We also don't, even if we win, we don't want that to happen at all. So we need to make sure that does not happen going into today. All right, so we saw Dak get extended. I want to say something in a second about that. That has to do with a lot of Cowboys fans, but. The Dak got extended. CD got extended. Now we got Micah Parsons that will get extended. Now, I thought it would be CD, Dak, Micah, CD, Micah, Dak. If Micah Parsons had got signed, we'd see a lot of people saying, just do that. Because for some reason, I'll explain it a little bit. It's a little ridiculous if you ask me. But will the Cowboys sign Micah Parsons? Let me know in the comment section below. Will Micah Parsons get extended? I think he will, because now that we extended Dak, that will free up some more cap space. Going into next year, I think Micah does have a longer contract expiration on his rookie deal, so we should be fine to pay Micah Parsons, I think. I hope we do. Now that's time to pay him, but it looks like we did pay Dak at the right moment. Actually, probably should have waited. Not at the right moment. We probably should have waited, done a while back ago. But we did extend the day, so that does free up cap space. All right, here we go. Box score predictions with specifics. I do have the Browns taking a 10-3 lead. I can see maybe us getting a slow start, maybe taking a 3-0 lead, then getting a score and 10-3. So it's a slow start, I'll be worrying. Then the Browns make it 13-6, a couple field goal from each team to make it going into halftime. We'll be worried about Dallas, mate. Be like, oh man, we got to get going. And then the Cowboys start rolling back. I do have us tying the game up, and then them scoring to make it 20-13, and then us doing us having a 2-point conversion, at least to either make it 14 or 21, us taking the lead 21-20, and then the Browns do end up scoring to make it 28-21, to make it a 7-point game, and then we kick a field goal. That's all we can do, and then we lose the game. So 28-24, we try to make maybe onside kick or something, I don't know, and then we win. Or lose the game, sadly. But we should hopefully win today. Okay, we've seen Dak Prescott get his extended deal for $240 million for 4 years, $231 million extended guarantee. Now, I've seen a lot of media lately in the past few hours. What I've seen out of this fan base is atrocious. This is just ridiculous. It is extremely disappointing that a fan base doesn't want their own QB who is top 10 and second MVP voting. I've never seen or thought a QB would get that much hated for not winning a Super Bowl. Sure, we haven't made it to the NFC Championship game. But what has that been, 30 years? We have never wanted to show up. And people want to throw the QB under the bus for apparently it being only his fault. I've calculated the amount of games Dak has played that has been lost. Of course, the wins he's played well in. His 2 wins he has played well in. We have to go by his losses. 2016 against Green Bay. The Packers. He had a terrific game. 3 TDs, I believe. He had a pick, I believe. He came back eventually in that game. The defense did not have their best, and especially when it mattered most towards the end. They played well when Dak was starting to get the offense back in shape. But then at the end, you let a 3rd and 20 with Aaron Rodgers go down the field and score. That is awful. You should not be doing that. I don't care if it's Aaron Rodgers. I don't care if it's freaking Tom Brady. Okay? 2018, Dak, I wouldn't say played really well, but he played well enough to win the game. He had mistakes, but you're not going to be perfect on every drive. But he did keep scoring, and the defense led up. That is sad. So, that wasn't a bad game. Okay, we had to go down to 21. Did not have the best game against San Fran. Then the next game, 2022. Okay? Played well against Tampa, one of his best playoff games. He had a great game against Seattle in 2018. So, we have 4 out of the 7 games he's actually played well. And wouldn't even say it's only his fault. The defense sucked horribly last year. You're not going to win with no running game, no rush defense, and no defense on there, okay? And you can't freaking pass the ball every time. And also the coaching. And you're wanting to play the QB and this whole, Eagles fans, I'll get Niners and Packers. Okay, they always beat us. Every time we play them, we always play terrible. We don't ever play to our finest, and we always play to our best when we play them. But the Eagles, oh my gosh. We have beat y'all more than ever with Dak. Okay, you should not be happy. Y'all's 1 Super Bowl win? What, your 1 Super Bowl win? Is that right? If it's that easy, why don't y'all go catch up to us? Huh? Took y'all that long to win 1. So, I would honestly not talk. Why aren't y'all talking about the other QBs? Lamar has never gone to a Super Bowl. Allen's never gone to a Super Bowl. So, apparently, if it's that one-man job, you should do that. It's atrocious to blame one QB of why they're not going to do it. Because apparently we haven't seen anybody. I would understand if I would want him gone. I would want Dak gone if it was the Niners game from 2022 all over again. Now, sure, there was Pollard injury, but that was unexcusable for Dak Prescott to play like that after his performance in the wild card round. But I've never seen that before, and it's just Dallas's way of getting hated. It is. It's just terrible. He's over-hated, I think, underrated, and he's maybe in where he rated it where he should be, but honestly, no, he is underrated because he's overhated way too much. You can't be overhated and yet rated at the same. So it's terrible. So, but we hope he plays well today against Cleveland. So maybe we can say something about that, because I don't want him playing terrible today and being like, and then be like, you paid all this money for this. Look, he definitely shouldn't be paid that much, but it is the market. You're gonna have that. It's what goes on. I mean, unless you take a pay cut, which I don't know why he didn't. Then you're gonna get paid the highest. Okay, yeah. I mean, eventually this money is not gonna be that much, because eventually QBs are gonna get paid millions of dollars more than. What, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just how it is these days. So, but it's terrible. Who else are you going to replace? It's a trouble. I've seen supportive Cowboys fans, but I've seen a lot of hating. I don't know why. It is terrible, and I'll be probably talking about it on the stream later today, but we're going to move on. All right, so I had a Den Boys reports. This is Jerome. I know I've talked about this before. Jerome Ford, he's coming in today. He's playing. So starting running back, I believe, for the Dallas Cowboys. I put this on my Den Boys reports. I didn't post as much as I was hoping. I got to get back in the swing of things of posting more during the week, but I did post a couple. I posted a few. Did post my thing for today over on my Den Boys reports. Link is in the bio, by the way. So I did say about Jerome Ford, you got to stop the rush defense. You got to stop. He's sneaky. You got to make sure you protect him today, and that's what's going to happen. So I already talked about enough. All right, but this one I'm not talking about. Den Boys report post. I also posted, the last time Dallas played in Cleveland, there was a great, fantastic game from Dak and Zeke. I think Zeke had, 2 or 3 TDs, I believe. Dak may have had about the same. A blowout win of 35-10 over the Cleveland Browns. I would like that today. Of course, the Browns were terrible that year, and they may have won one game. I'm not sure. So, we'll keep that up. We win. So, we've got to start off right today. Got to start, can't have slow starts. That's what's going to hurt us. I want exactly it to be a great game. That's what happened last time. You can go see that on my post over on Instagram. So we'll see. We'll be alive at 3:45, 2:40. No, 3:05 I think today, 3 o'clock for the live for the game today. Game will start around 3:25, 3:30. So probably around 3:05, 3:10. And so let's start off right. Nail the Browns to the ground and win 1-0 and prove Dak was extended right. Now he's got, of course, postseason, but I think there's some more stuff to it, and it's ridiculous. But so to be part of the Dog Squad, we're on the road to 1K. We're close. Go Cowboys! Enjoy the game. Live stream at 3:05, like I said. So make sure you're there. Hopefully you are. Last stream was terrific. It was a Cowboys Chargers game, I believe. So. That was a great viewed game. I think like 240 something views maybe. So thank you so much for that. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you on the live today. How about them Cowboys and peace.